I feel very emotional feeling this. Very emotional. Hey, it's Bree, and I have a story for you. Since I broke my glasses, I have been avoiding filming because I feel ugly without them. But this story time is worth coming to you guys with no glasses and 2 nails broken, because I just want to get this off my chest. Now I am going to go ahead and jump straight into this story, but if you guys are new here, go ahead and click that red button and subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell for notifications, because I can't just be giving you all the tea and then you leave from here. Like, I know you're gonna want to see Bree all the time, every time I upload. When I say that I love you guys at the end of every one of my videos, I'm starting to realize that, like, I really truly do mean it. So if you're new here, I really do love you too, because the support that I get already as a small YouTuber means so much to me. So if I could start to be more, I mean, it really means a lot to me. So if I could start to be more transparent, like if I could start to ease you guys into the psyche, into the who I am and how I even got here, like, I want, okay, the best way I could say it is my favorite YouTubers are transparent and they say real things. They talk about stuff that is like real, that I want to hear, that I don't really hear a lot of on the internet, and I want to be one of the people that I look up to. I want to emulate that. I wrote this story time down a long time ago because I like to keep a list of story times, so I never run out of ideas. And I like to do each story as I feel it. I like to create videos as I feel them, and this is a story that I'm really feeling right now, and so I'm just about to get straight into it. Okay, so I'm going to title the video, or I have titled the video, "My Best Friend Tried to Ruin My Life." Okay, that is like the premise of the video, because that's generally what people search. Okay, but I don't think that my best friend was trying to ruin my life. But I'm gonna get into the story. Okay, so in high school, I had a friend, a best friend, and we're gonna call her Q. Okay, Q was my best friend to the point we was like each other. She was like my sister. Like, she was literally like my sister. And to this day, when I see people that I knew in high school and they bring her name up, I get a little infuriated. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell y'all the whole background story, but just know that that was my best friend in high school when I was diagnosed with depression. I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. I was going through it at home, and this girl was my best friend. I'm gonna tell y'all about my most recent memories with this particular best friend, because we would be cool and then we would fall out, and then we would be cool and then we would fall out, like so many times. This story time starts like, let's just say 2015, 2016, 2015. That's the year for sure, 2015. So me and my best friend would do a lot of drugs together, and it was to the point I'm surprised I didn't have to go to rehab, but she had to go to rehab. And one of the things that would recur throughout our friendship would be like, she would just disappear. She was doing her, and our friendship had reached a point where I feel like I just couldn't fuck with her. Like, I just couldn't, like, be her friend. Bible. Like, it just got to the point where I was just like, I don't even care where she is, because I cannot be this girlfriend. So 2015, she come back in my life. Bible, I don't know how we reconnected. I don't. But we came back into each other's lives, and we started doing drugs again. In this time, I'm one of those people that's like, I love to evolve my life. So if you met me 3 months ago and you meet me 3 months later, you don't know me no more. Like, I'm always constantly changing, and I refuse to put myself in a box. So I have that same kind of energy with other people, because I am that open with myself, that I understand that I have been able to change and I can change. And so I think that other people are like that as well. You know what I'm saying? But in real life, you as a person have to want to change, and you as a person have to acknowledge, like, damn, I don't really like how I'm living, I'm going to change it. That's how I am, and that's how I assume everybody else is. But some people acknowledge that their life is not what they want it to be, but they continue to live their life. I let her back in my life because I feel like I know her, she know me, we know our dark secrets. She know that I'm always leveling up, so, you know, maybe she come back in my life because she's trying to get some of this level up energy. She tells me that she was gone for a long time because she went to rehab. And before we fell out, one of the reasons that we fell out is because she was doing drugs so much, like 24/7. Like, it wasn't like she doing it to turn up, it was like she needed to do it. And how do you be friends with somebody when you think you're doing drugs to have fun, and this person is doing drugs because they really need to do drugs? So when she told me that she went to rehab, I was kind of like, okay, because you were around undesirable people. You was making bad decisions. You was kicking it with people just because they had drugs. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah. She revealed to me that, like, her mom, okay, so her mom had hurt her spine, and her job had stopped covering it. Like, it's a lot of stuff that be going on in people's life, okay? So because her mom couldn't get her medication for her back pain, that was a work injury, and the work was no longer compensating that because they let her go, her mom had started doing drugs. So now you got your daughter coming back from rehab to see that her mom is on drugs, simultaneously seeing not only is my mom on drugs, but my dad can't work because my dad is having heart attacks and things of that nature. She admits to me that she went to rehab, and she pulls out like a meth pipe, and I'm like, because look, like, I'm a very complex human being. There could be times where I see something and I'm just like, no, I'm not fucking with that. And there could be times where I'm like, let me handle this delicately. Because I noticed when I did my my story time about that guy coming in my house, people was in the comments like, oh, you should have called the police immediately. You should have did this. You should have did that. And I assess situations before I react. I don't just react. I feel like you can't react. Like, whatever you think that you should react, sometimes you can't really react like that. So I told her, can you not do that in front of me? Like, how are you gonna tell me you just got out of rehab? You was gone for months because you was in rehab, and then you pull out a meth pipe and you think that I'ma condone you smoking that shit in my face, right? So I'm like, hey, like, I didn't want her to smoke it in my home, but I was just like, can you take that, like, not in my face? She was smoking meth, bro. Like, she was smoking meth. Now, how was she trying to ruin my life? The first couple of times we hung out, I didn't know she was doing meth. Okay? So we was good the first 3 times we hung out. It was like old times. It was like fun. And it was like fun. It was like she was my sister again. And then she did the meth. She came out. She was acting normal because I kick it with people that know how to handle themselves. Like, even when I'm blacked out, I know how to handle myself. I'm gonna get loud. You know, I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna be extroverted. That's the word for it. But I still know how to carry myself. So I kick it with people who know how to carry themselves. So that's why I wasn't really judging her either. Because I'm like, okay, well, if she gonna smoke meth in my face, I'm assuming she know how to carry herself. You know what I'm saying? So she come back in the room, and it was just like a regular, like, it wasn't even regular, honestly. We didn't know what to do. We was just high as hell. We didn't know what to do. I started painting. We had like a paint session, and then we went on like a long drive. Like, you know, like, if you're watching this and you've ever dabbled in drugs, you know what you do when there's nothing to do. Like, you know what y'all be doing when the hours is crackhead hours, okay? So that's just me keeping it a buck, right? So I keep kicking it with her. I want to start off with my most recent memories of this girl because I'm gonna take y'all back. but I don't want to make it seem like I'm exposing somebody, you know, because it's not coming from that place. So let's just say we kicked it like 6, 7, 8 more times, right? And she started to go back to the behavior that made me fall out with her. Like, we could be having a regular conversation and she will find something to get so offended. And it would be like, I would tell her, Q, I care about you. I care about you. Stop saying I don't care about you. Stop putting words in my mouth. And, oh, like, I hate repeating myself. Like, I understand what it feels like to not feel loved and to be combative against your loved ones, because I've been in that predicament. So I try to communicate. I try to let people know, like, look, I care about you. I'm giving you tough love right now, but it's coming from a place. But then after a certain point, I just kind of get like rude. Like, if you're gonna tell me that I'm being rude long enough, I'm going to be rude, right? So I specifically remember the last time I saw this girl. It was one of them situations. And this was just like the final straw for me. I'm a loyal person to a fault. To a fault. And as I share more stories, y'all will learn that I have met a lot of people in my life that I should have cut off. And I didn't, because I understood what it felt like to be in their shoes. I understood what it felt like to just really want somebody to ride for you. Like, damn, like, I'm going through a tough time in my life right now. I feel like nobody understands me. I don't even understand me. Like, can I just have one person I could vent to, that I could be just my worst version of myself with, and that will still ride for me? And I tried to be that person for a lot of people. But we just talking about this specific girl. So you got to understand that even though I'm not going to hold your hand and walk you through every single instance, there were so many instances where even though I would be drunk, I would be high, I'll be sitting in the car looking out the window, because most of these conversations had happened in the car, on the road, looking out the window like, what am I doing here? Even when I wasn't in my right mind, I was in my right mind to know, what am I doing with this person? Like, I'm talking in circles. All right? She was the kind of girl that would be like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's nothing to do. We live in Los Angeles. Things close at 2. Things get turned down before 2. Honestly. So what do you really expect to do at 4 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday or a Wednesday or even a Saturday in Los Angeles? So I would be like, let me just take you to the last specific moment so then we can start going back. So that basically what I just described had happened that night. And she pulled into a parking lot and we was about to smoke some weed and we just having a conversation. And I don't know what. Oh, you know what? She started off kind of like, we talking about my future. At the time, I'm talking about like social media, because if you guys watch my cyberbullying story, I said I thought I was gonna get famous off Twitter. Okay, so we talking about like how I'm trying to like social climb on the internet. And she started to like say shit like, oh, well, you're a social media bitch, but you're not like those other social media bitches. Like, I applaud you. I mean, sometimes I just want to unfollow you. Like, sometimes you're just saying stuff and you're just spreading negativity on the timeline. And she was like, she was shading me. She was trying to put me down. Because if you tell somebody, oh yeah, you're a social media bitch, but you're not like all the other social... First of all, I'm Brianna. I'm Brianna. And everybody's on social media. But I'm Brianna. On social media, off of social media, I'm Brianna. I don't have time to keep up with all... You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to switch masks. I'm Brianna. So I'm listening to this bitch. I'm like, she low-key shading me right now. She low-key shading me right now, right? So I'm letting it roll off my back. I'm letting it roll off my back. And I turn to her and I go, so what about all the musicians and all the studios that you went in and they just stole your music? Like, at this point, I'm like, girl, now if we really trying to read, if we really trying to talk about career paths and you telling me, oh, well, social media can only do this. That's why I do the music. Girl, you don't do the music. You go in the studio, you get high, you find somebody that's going to be your boyfriend, and all your music gets stolen. You get one song. You never finished any songs. So it's like, let's go tit for tat. You know what I'm saying? And so she gets offended and she starts talking about like, her passion. I mean, honestly, like, I'm not even gonna regurgitate it, but she was just talking about how, like, my situation was different from her situation because music, she don't have to be in the front. She could be, girl, I don't even talk about it. But the conversation kind of escalated to where she tried to make it seem like I wasn't supportive, and I was like, girl, if I wasn't supportive, I wouldn't have sat in so many awkward, uncomfortable, impoverished, just like socially pathetic circles that you have put me in. I had to tell her that, like, I love you so much that you have put me around people that their energy was off, their money was off. Like, girl, you not a homegirl if you bring in your homegirl to the studio and she can't, and we smoking 6 blunts but can't even get a cup of water. Nobody ordering no food. We just in there high as hell and starving. I would never put you in that situation, so why would you do that to me? And then when I want to leave, you make it seem like I'm a bitch. Just like this situation right now, where there's nothing to do, let's just smoke the blunt and go home. Why you never just want to go home? And granted, I probably felt that way because I paid rent. So if I'm paying $700-800 to be somewhere, yeah, I don't want to be there a lot. Like, what the fuck? And so, I don't know how the conversation escalated. But she starts talking about, you don't love me. You don't love me. And I know, because I love you. I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you, like, girl, I've been drinking too. I've been smoking with you. I'm high as well. But what are you talking about? And then this girl goes, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, what do you want from me? You want a relationship? Like, do you really want me to be, like, you want to be in a relationship? And she goes, what if I do? And I'm like, I was done. I was done. At that moment, when she suggested to me that she wanted to be more than friends, that she wanted to be my girlfriend, it was like, I'm not doing this with you. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to fuck with you. Like, I'm one of those people where it's like, I could be mad as hell at you, but if I still want to use you, I will just put that anger to the side and be like, let me finesse. I will put the finesse over my feelings. But when she said that, I knew that she was out of her mind to the point that I was like, I'm getting out the car, I'm standing in this random parking lot, I don't know where I'm at, but I'm gonna request an Uber because I got the money to request an Uber. Like, that was a situation where it was like, I'm getting on from you right now. Some of y'all might be like, girl, what's wrong with you? She tells you that she got feelings for you and that's how you reacted? Let me tell you something. From 10th grade into adulthood, I spent the night at her house. Like, my house was getting redone. We had to get our tile. When I was living with my auntie, we had to get, like, the kitchen redone. I was at her house for a month. Literally. I lived with her. I saw it as she was my sister. She saw it as she was my sister. So, you mean to tell me now you want me to be your lover? You crazy. Like, you really out your mind, right? So, now that I told y'all the final straw, I'm going to take it back to other instances to really tie this in, to really get to my point right here. Because I know the video might be long, but I don't want it to be too long. So, when I met Q, I told y'all I was depressed. I had post-traumatic stress disorder. I didn't really know who I was, but I knew that I didn't like myself, and I knew that I was always drained of energy, and our pain and our demons brought us together. Our demons brought us together, and Q didn't know how to fight hers, because the people that she would bring me around, it would be like this. All the time that we didn't see each other, and then we started kicking it, in the beginning, we was gonna get drugs. She tells me, oh, this person that we're gonna go see, like, I used to mess with him, and he punched me in my face and threw my phone. And I would be like, what? Like, if you tell me something like that, like, oh, he punched me in the face, girl, we don't need him. I get that I get why we need him in this instance, but don't expect, like, she would bring me around people who had physically done her harm, that have used her and abused her, and then get mad at me for treating them the way that they deserve to be treated. Like, she would want me to be cordial and be nice to people that they already look broke down and raggedy to me. They already look like people that didn't even deserve to know me. Let's just keep it true, T. And she would get mad at me and call me a bitch. And it got to the point where, like, I valued our friendship and I valued her as a human being so much that I actually internalized what she was saying, and I actually tried to be more conscious. And I feel like when I say that my best friend tried to ruin my life is because she knew I cared about her, and instead of trying to be a better person, she knew that there was one person in the world that cared for her, and she tried to use that over me. Okay, because I'm pretty much a bitch. I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm pretty much a bitch. Like, if I don't want to be friendly, I'm not gonna be friendly. And so when she would tell me, like, these are my friends, and when you weren't hanging out with me, and I'm like, damn, that's true, because when I wasn't hanging out with Q, I had actual friends that was my age, and we would go and do stuff, and I had a life. When she wasn't hanging out with me, she really didn't have a life. Like, she was actually on drugs. So or in the studio with drug addicts and pathetic losers, homeless people, like, literally. And oh my god, I seem like I'm reading, but I just gotta keep it really real with y'all. So I would take, so this guy stalked her in the face and broke her phone, but she told me I was a bitch because I got the weed, and when he asked me to match, I said I didn't want to match, that I wanted to leave. And you finesse me into matching a blunt with somebody, exact same weed. You finesse me into matching a blunt with somebody for what? For what? You with your homegirl right now. So why, your real homegirl at that, why do we need to be nice to these people? So what? I could get socked in the face and he could break my phone? Like, it makes so much sense to me, but I'm like, I guess these really her friends. Like, I guess she really has no friends. And she would do that to me so much. Like, there was times where we would be around people in like small areas, sketchy rooms, sketchy situations. We would be around people that, like, have been in jail our entire life. Like, I'm in my early 20s. Why was I around people that had been in jail from the time that I was born and were literally just freed back into society? Why? Like, it was so much that I will never say on camera. This girl put me in so many situations where I felt God tell me. I would feel spiritually in my literal physical, like, dude, like, if y'all are in touch with who you are as a human being, there is something inside of you that tells you that this could be very wrong. It will even be a situation where you were with people when you were with a certain kind of people for so long, and then you leave a situation and you go into the world and you like, why was I with those people? She put me in situations like that a lot and then flipped it on me. Like, I was the bad guy for saying we should not be in these circumstances. What's the point of this story, Brianna? The point of this story is, I'm one of those people, I always imagined that wherever I went in life, success-wise, I would bring my friends with me. And as I get older, I see that, and I even tweeted this. I said, when you're a teenager, your parents disappoint you. But when you become an adult, it's your friends. This girl was molested. This girl was raped. She went to her parents. Her parents literally told her she was a liar. Everybody has their own form of trauma, right? So what I went through as a child, in my childhood, in my early development, it was bad, but it wasn't what she went through. Like, if something like that happened to me, and I went to my family, they would never call me a liar. Ever. So when she told me that, I felt for her. And knowing her pain, knowing that her mom is like a schizophrenic, her mom's back is aching, now her mom's on drugs, like knowing her family dynamic, I just always put her above me. Even when it came to my safety, y'all, like I always put this girl over me, because I felt like I know what it's like to at least have one person love me unconditionally. I know, I know what it's like to have, you know, it's crazy when I be watching other YouTubers and they cry out the blue. I'm like, until it just happened to me. But I'm gonna keep talking. I know what it feel like to hate yourself and to hate your life and have at least one person love you unconditionally. And I was friends with this girl for so long, even though she had put me in danger a lot, you guys. I was friends with her because I wanted to be that person for her. And I understand deep pain. I understand deep pain. I'm making this story time because I was watching my favorite YouTuber. My favorite YouTuber keep it so real. His name is Funky Dineva, and he do reality TV show reactions and reviews. And I love him because even if I don't watch the show, he says something real. And he was talking about Ayana Fix My Life, Ayala, whatever, Fix My Life. And a recurring thing apparently on that show is a lot of people get raped. Like a lot of people get raped. A lot, apparently. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that rape is like, it happens a lot. I didn't know that. And listening to him on my way home today, it made me feel like I couldn't help my friend. And that's why I'm making this story, because sometimes you cannot help your friends. Sometimes, like, you want to and you understand, but then it get to a point where you making excuses and that person is just bringing you down. And then you got to decide, like, is your love for them more powerful than your love for yourself? You know what I'm saying? And that girl had gone through so much pain. I really, really wanted to help her. And it's to the point where I developed a hate for her because she didn't understand that I really wanted her to be like me. And I didn't also understand that even though we both went through trauma, I didn't understand why she couldn't fight her demons in the way that I could fight mine. I didn't understand how she ended up going to rehab and I didn't. I didn't understand how she could continue to be around people that would punch her in the face, that would steal from her. She was around people that stole her entire... She told me one time she went to the studio, somebody stole her entire MacBook that wasn't even hers. Her school gave to her. And imagine, like, I didn't understand how you could be in a room of at least 6 people. One of them stole your laptop, and the 5 other ones don't even want to tell you who it was. And you still go over there. And I want to make this story time because now I'm just in my feelings and I don't even want to be in front of the camera no more. I just want to take the thumbnail and end it. I want to make this video because you never know what somebody is going through. And right now at this phase in my life, I'm learning compassion. I am. Compassion is so beautiful because it will... Something that you would be ignorant on, when you feel compassion, even your ignorance goes out the window because you just want to connect with that person on another level, right? my best friend did not want to ruin my life. She did not know how to not ruin even her own life, if that makes sense. Like, I couldn't figure out how to say it all cleverly, like, because I'm just so, like, now I'm just emotional at this point. But my best friend did not want to ruin my life. I really don't think that was her intentions. I just feel like she doesn't know how to get better. She doesn't. And I feel like like, if I was still kicking it with that girl, I don't even think this channel would exist. This camera wouldn't exist. I probably wouldn't even be living here no more. I would have, like, I would have went down a different road if I continued to be that girlfriend, knowing that she went to rehab and was smoking meth, knowing that she was just never in her right mind. She was constantly paranoid. She you know, dealing with an addiction and seeing your mother deal with an addiction. It was just, I had to release myself from that situation, because if I was your best friend since 10th grade and now we're adults, it's like, I cannot. I don't have the tools to help you, mama. I don't. I'm making this video because I want people who watch this to be respectful of other people and what other people are going through, but also have enough common sense and enough love for yourself to eliminate yourself and to step out of the situation. Step out. You just gotta leave for you. You gotta leave for you. That's why I'm making this video, because even if the situation is not that extreme with you and your friend, you gotta know, like, I cannot help. It could be a boyfriend. I got a story on that. It could be a parent. I got a story on that. You just gotta know, like, it's nothing I could do here. Nothing. Okay? I hope y'all hear me now. I really do. I hope you guys hear me now. With that being said, that's the end of the story. If you guys like this video, go ahead and turn that thumbs up below. Support your girl, because I cry for you. Get those fingers moving in the comments below and kind of give me an idea and kind of steer me in a direction on other topics that y'all want me to talk about, or that you think that I would have experience on. Because when y'all leave comments, like, I can't wait. When y'all leave comments saying stuff like, when I get out of school, I can't wait to see your videos, or I've been wondering where you were, I love watching you, like, it means so much to me that I feel like I gotta give back to y'all, and I gotta tell y'all who I really am and how I got to this point. Because if y'all really gonna roll with me, and if y'all really gonna fuck with me, I want y'all to know me. Like, I want y'all to feel like I know this girl. Like, you feel me? I don't want it to be like, oh, she turned the camera on, kiki. Like, I want y'all to know me. Like, I want to be self-reflective on this channel, and like I said in the beginning, I want to be one of the YouTubers that I look up to, and the celebrities I look up to, and the YouTubers I look up to, and the influencers I look up to, they keep it real. Like, yeah, their life is glamorous, yeah, they doing a thing, but they work hard and they keep it real. I do both. So get those fingers moving in the comments below. Tell me what y'all want to hear. Tell me what y'all feel. Tell me what y'all would do if y'all was in my situation. I love y'all. I really, really do. And next time I see you all, just act like I wasn't even crying. Like, for real. Because I hate that. Like, even in the comments below, don't even say nothing about crying. Just, poof, didn't even happen. Alright? I love y'all. And I'll see you in the next video. With my nails done. Till next time. Okay?